Here's my audience, too. December 24th, 2014. I got a phone call from my mom saying that my aunt had died from breast cancer. I was in tears and couldn't believe it. Seeing that she was okay a month ago, not knowing what was up, what was going on, how did she die? A little after her death, my family explained to me that my aunt knew something was wrong with her, but didn't go get checked and get her yearly mammograms because she was scared and she didn't know about mammograms and she couldn't afford it, so she didn't want to go because she was already in debt. She didn't want to owe more money to the hospital. It was a simple task that could have been prevented and handled and maybe helped her get diagnosed at an earlier stage and helped her live longer, but she got diagnosed at a later stage, which made her cancer spread, and it was really nothing the doctors could do about it. All women 40 and over should be required to get an annual mammogram, and there should be funding for the individuals. If they don't think they can afford it, there should be somebody or a fund that covers the mammogram. I have done extensive research on breast cancer, mammograms, and the benefits, so feel confident I can convince you to get your annual mammogram when the time comes for you. First, I'm going to tell you about some of the background on breast cancer and some statistics. Second, I will talk to you about what a mammogram is and the cost. And lastly, I will tell you about the consequences of not getting a mammogram. And if you don't receive your annual mammogram, I'll also go into that about the consequences. Let me first begin with telling you some breast cancer background and statistical facts about breast cancer. According to CQ research in 2010, breast cancer was the second most common cancer among women in the United States. Not only that, it is also the second leading cause of cancer death due to lack of early detection and mammograms in women. According to CQ researchers in 2010, women are 100 times more likely than men to get breast cancer. This just goes to show that it's necessary to get checked if you are a female. An estimated 40,000 women died from breast cancer in 2009, and more than 192,000 invasive cases were detected. Next, I will go into mammogram screening and cost. A lot of people wonder what it feels like when they go get a mammogram. Well, when you go in, the doctor makes you remove your bra, and they grab your breast and they put it in a little clamp, and that clamp visualizes and goes into your breast, can see inside and see anything that's wrong with your breast tissue, problems, etc. Mammogram screenings have decreased the risk of death from as little as 15% and as high as 35%. According to CNN in 2014, the screenings decreasing death because the screenings are decreasing deaths because mammograms are detecting cancers at earlier stages, which gives the doctor a chance to prevent it and remove it before it spreads, because that's really the big thing with cancer. Normally you have it in one area and it spreads, which ends up leading to another area, which causes death because they can't cure multiple areas. The cost of mammograms are about $100, and sometimes your health insurance may not cover it, and sometimes they will cover it. Now I'm going to tell you some consequences that you will have if you don't get your annual mammogram after the age of 40. At 40 years of age and older, breast cancer becomes more prevalent and in your body, and if you don't go get checked, you don't know what's really going on with your body. You may think everything is fine when it's really not. There could be a little section in your breast that has the cancer, like my great grandma had breast cancer and she got a mammogram, luckily at a good time, and she had breast cancer. They detected breast cancer, but not a high. It was at stage 0, which was good, which was not that bad, so they went in and removed it. There are different ways. If you don't think you can afford a mammogram, there are definitely places in your area, you just need to look into it, who do mammograms for 40 and older, definitely. And also, you just need to call your insurance company. If you don't think it covers it, you just need to call your insurance company and check with them, because majority of the time they tell you that they don't cover it, but when you call, they actually do pull some strings and actually do cover it. Today I shared with you some info of the effects of not receiving your mammogram at age 40 or older, above age 40. First, I told you about some background info on breast cancer and statistics. Second, about mammogram screenings and how it helps detect cancers at earlier stages and the cost of mammograms. And lastly, I told you a little bit about some consequences when you don't get that mammogram at age 40 and above. This is the second, breast cancer is the second leading cause of death of women and could be detected more often if women just went to get their mammogram, their annual mammogram at age 40 or above. I actually get checked. I don't get a mammogram yet because I'm not at that age, but my yearly checkup, I actually get checked for breast cancer. Mammogram. It is a simple task that every woman needs to start doing to prevent the horrible disease of breast cancer, because breast cancer should not be this prevalent in the United States. So if you have any family members over the age of 40 or almost there, just make sure you push them to go get their annual checkup, because it's not nothing you want to go through. It's easier for you to, if they do have it, which isn't good, for you to detect it early so they can live a longer life, healthier life, get their treatments out of the way and live and try and stay alive. That's all of my presentation. Thank you.